All right, so what is an inscribed angle? We talked about this last year, but in case you don't remember, it has its vertex on the circle, and the sides are chords of the circle. They're formed, or the arc that is formed is called the intercepted arc. So what arc would be our intercepted arc? Is it AB, AC, or BC? It's AC down here. It is intercepted by that angle. Does that make sense? All right, let's look at a theorem. The measure of an inscribed angle is half of the measure of the intercepted arc. Emily, are those new jeans? Turn around. Sarah, do you see that thing on her leg? Okay. Well, there was like something on the jeans.
It did look like it.
Yeah. That's okay. I had a jacket, like a cardigan, that I never took the tags off. I got it last year for Christmas, and I just realized that like 2 weeks ago. That it had like the tag on the back. I like leaned up against the wall, and I was like, I mean, not often. It's always like over a shirt, so I don't need to wash it. But yeah, I leaned back, and I was like, what is that? And then, it's a tag. Okay. So, if you have an inscribed angle that intercepts a semicircle, then it's a right angle. Do you see how this is the diameter? Right here. Every time you have an angle that hits at the endpoints of the diameter, it's going to be a right angle. Because what is the measure of this arc right here? 180. And what is half of 180? 90. It's always half. So if it hits the midpoint of the circle, then it's going to be half of 180, which is a right angle. Okay? So let's look at an example. We're going to use the circle down here at the bottom to answer the questions. In M, yes, because it said circle P, so that means P is the center. So it's an example of all of those definitions and the two theorems that we just talked about, all in one. So we'll go over them individually. We're going to start with the inscribed angle. What is the inscribed angle? Do you agree with Sarah? M-N-O? 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 It is the inscribed angle. Okay? What about the arc that is intercepted by angle M-N-O? Is it M-O, like Jamar says? M-O? This is your intercepted arc, and angle, and what arc does it intercept? The arc over here. So this is your inscribed angle, and it intercepts over here. Does that make sense? Okay. It tells you MPO is 64, and it shows it to you. What is the measure of MNO? Whatever what? Y'all sound like my 6th grade tutoring people when they're adding and subtracting. They can't add and subtract, and they're like 5, 7, 4. They're just making up numbers. Come on, you got to think about it. You're picking numbers out of your butt, aren't you?
Actually, I had a theory. I had a theory like you.
Okay, you're saying this is 64? Okay. That arc. Why is it 32?
Oh, hell.
It's half of the arc. This angle. This angle right here. I sent him an email and I said, you know what, my first hour, just wait until second hour to bring them because they decided they wanted to give them to me. I don't know, they'll probably come at like the end of first hour. I don't know.
What is it like when what makes it when the angle 64 makes the arc 64? What is it called?
This is a central angle.
Oh.
And so central angles and the arc have the same measure. Okay, so what is the measure of NO? The arc NO. How'd you get that? Okay, what is the measure of NOM? The measure of the angle. I'm sorry. NOM. No, not the arc. That angle. NOM. Why? It's on a diameter, right? Okay. 1/16. Yeah. Okay, so find the measures of angle 1, 2, and 3. Don't say it out loud. All right, what do you think number angle 1 would be?
It is 54.
4.
Okay, I got 3, but I don't know 54. Oh, I got 54. I did 5.
Okay. Do I need to go over that one? Okay, what about angle 3? Okay, what about angle 2? 36. Any questions there? How do these have to add up to 90? I mean 180. These 3 have to add up to 180? Or these 2 add up to 90 since it's a right angle here? The other one. 108 and this angle are related. Does that make sense?
Wait, how do you assume that that's not?
Because it's on the diameter. Thank you. I was wanting to say diagonal. It's on the diameter, and so it has to be a 90-degree angle. All right. Looking at another theorem. If 2 inscribed angles intercept the same arc, then they are congruent. THM. Theorem. THM. Theorem. You can't spell it. THM. Theorem. I couldn't spell it correctly in high school. We talked about this last year. You may remember it, you may not. It's okay if you don't. This angle has what arc as its intercepted arc? That arc? Okay. What arc does this angle have? What arc does it have as its intercepted arc? Also this one, right? They have the same intercepted arc, right? So what do we know about these 2 angles? They have to be the same. Because they're both half of, let's say 100. So this is 50 and that one's 50. Do you see how that works? Likewise, over here, oh, that's not the color I wanted. This arc here, these 2 angles are both intercepting that arc, right? So that means that those 2 angles are the same. Yeah, where it's going to. Think about like interceptions in football. You know how like this ball's being thrown and then the other person like stops it and it doesn't go to this person. So the arc's moving and then this like stops it on both ends. It can't go any further. Do what? Just that these 2 angles here are the same because they share the same intercepted arc. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to find the measures of some angles and arcs. Okay, so we want to find the measure of arc BD and of angle ABC. So how would we find the measure of the arc? Y by 2. Okay, so you would get 56. Okay, how do we find the measure of angle ABC? Y by 2. Does that make sense? Any questions on that one? Okay, so see if you can do this one.
Oh, wait, never mind. I never mind. I do it right. I'll just hang it.
Sometimes. We haven't gotten there yet. A little bit.
Excuse me, teachers. Just a reminder that this is a school day. Please do not send any of your students to the gym. We need you to keep them in the class today, and we need to teach them today. Please do not send them to the gym. Thank you.
I'm doing my job. Because, no, that wasn't Todd, guys. No, that was Mr. Mahoney.
Okay,
I know you said for a lot of people.
a lot of people. Yeah.
I won't name names, but a lot. Okay, so how would we find the angle PQR? Okay, how do we find X? Why? They share the same intercepted arc, okay? So if 3x plus 4 equals 5x, what does x equal? So the angle equals,
Well, the angle equals 10.
yes, the arc does equal 20 degrees though.
I got 10, but then it didn't seem right.
I know, it looks like it's a lot bigger.
So then I changed it and I got 70. But I had, they should have like switched around this and just like from the US.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, looking at another theorem. My book's at my desk, so I can't even tell you if it's the last one or not. I don't remember. It's not even on this lesson. So if a quadrilateral is inscribed in a circle, it has supplementary opposite angles. Yeah. And we did look at this one last year. We didn't look at the actual theorems, but we used this information last year. how are those two angles related? Add up to 180. Supplementary adds up to 180. Opposite, the ones that are opposite each other, across from each other. And then what about these two angles? They're also supplementary. M plus O equals 180. Does that make sense? Any questions so far? Okay. So find the measure of angle W. No, I don't think so. I mean, those are the pictures. I just took a picture of the one in the book. I didn't draw that.
Okay. They're
43 equals 172.
Oh, I got K.
I have an angle.
So what angle?
Oh, they equal 180 and they're not safe. Because there's something in there you're not. No, they add.
That's what you would set up first. Because of this theorem. Opposite angles equal 180. Only if they're inscribed in a circle. Does that make sense? So what did y'all get for K? Yeah, for K. And so what does W equal? Measure of angle W equals 96. Kind of left out my W over here. That's what it was supposed to be. But I left off angle W. Does that make sense? Okay. So, looking at one more example. L is what that point is. Yeah. Any ideas what you would get for that angle? One what? How'd you do it? And these are vertical. So 180 minus 43 minus 112 leaves you with 125. Yes. Any questions there? Okay. Okay. See if you can figure out the value of y. Y. Okay. See if you can find the value of x in the one over here on the left. How do you do that? What equation did you set up in your head? Y equal to each other. Because they have the same arc. Okay? See if you can find the measure of angle A. Of angle A, down here at the bottom right. Is x what? I don't think x is 91, is it? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. But no, that's not the angle. Do we need to go over this one? You had set x plus 16 equal to x minus 18. Solve for x equals 91, and then plug it back in. Okay? We just did one just like that. All right, there you go. Okay? Where is that? Okay. Well, let me put my number somewhere else. Okay? What else do I need to put in?
So, yeah, like APE, that whole R. Yeah, I thought it was just an angle. Oh, that angle on that.
Okay. I'll do it in a different color. C. C. I would have gotten the wrong answer because I wouldn't have even found the right thing.
Crap. I didn't do anything. Okay. Still, other work. I have to you so
Okay, I got an answer. Are y'all done?
Yeah.
I can't subtract anymore in my head. Yeah. I was doing, anyway. Okay. 18 minus 8 is apparently like 11 something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For the next test.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Miranda, go write your answer. Okay, Molly, go write your answer.
Like this is right now.
Yeah, write what you think it is. Okay, Jason? You have the same thing? Okay, Jamar? Destiny? Sarah? Okay, Emily? Miranda? All right. Okay. All right. This angle over here, like this whole thing, is 93.
Oh, y'all.
But we only wanted
Oh, man.
this arc right here, the blue part. So what is this part right here? Why is it 19? It's half of 38. So 19 from 93 is 74. Yep. Yeah, that happens.